Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mets Central. This is the post-game show. The Mets pulled out another big victory tonight. They have taken two already in the four-game series at home against the Cubs, and I hope they keep the momentum going. We got our two top dogs back-to-back going tomorrow with DeGrom and Thursday, the Stroh show. Man, we're in a good position right now. If those guys can come through and pitch very, very well and get really pumped up, and we can pay back these Cubbies for that sweep they gave us over there in Chicago last month, we'll be able to repay them back here with a four-game sweep here. And it's going to put us in a great position because we're going to talk about that in the next few days. And just briefly, we're getting through the Cubs here. If we get through the Cubs, and let's say we sweep these guys, we'll be about 11 games over 500, and we're going to put ourselves in a position where the next 17 games are against division foes. We play Atlanta for 7. We play the Phillies for 4. We play, I think, the Nationals for 4. We're playing the top dogs there, man, and this is going to be a critical stretch here going into those 17 games. If we can win 10, 11, 12 out of those 17 against our division foes, we can really stretch our lead to 6, 7, 8 games from the second place team. This is really big coming forward, man. But we're going to get to that when that time comes. Let's just worry about tonight's game. So, man, we're going to get right to it, man. Make sure you drop a like. Comment down below. Let me know what are your thoughts on tonight's game. What are your thoughts on Taijuan Walker's performance? And, of course, if you have not, as of yet, become a part of the community here, it's a brand new channel. Hey, make sure you subscribe down below. Do not forget to put on your post notifications. That bell icon, turn it on. So this way you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. So, again, final score 3-2. Let's go through the final lines here. The Cubs finished with 2 runs, 7 hits, that one big error. The Mets finished 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. And, you know, first segment always for me is pitching. Pitching is the first sign of defense. You're going to hear it from me often here. I've said it already in some previous videos. It starts with pitching, and then, of course, the 8 guys behind that pitcher has got to make plays and keep the game respectable. And that's exactly what the Mets did again today. Taijuan Walker was fantastic. He pitched 7 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, 12 strikeouts. 12 strikeouts, 0 base on balls. That is big because that means 12 out of his, well, he pitched 7 innings, so he had 21 out would-be batters. Out of the 21 would-be batters, he got 12 of them out on strikeouts. That means that his remaining 9 outs came on fly balls and ground balls, and his fly ball ground ball ratio, 7 fly balls, 2 ground balls, and that's how he finishes 21 outs. He had 92 pitches. His earned run average, he did give up the one home run. Javi Baez is a tough out. Good pitch, a little bit on the outside corner, middle top half of the zone. Baez got a good piece of wood on it, took it the other way for a home run. Hey, you know, you tip your hat off to him. But the beauty of Taijuan Walker, my thoughts on him are he was on fire. He was locating. If you have 0 walks, that's telling you, okay, that is telling you that you're in the strike zone. You're near the strike zone. He never went really deep in counts. And when he has struggled in the past with giving up a base on ball or 2, sometimes 2 in 1 inning, he always finds a way to get out of trouble. And he continued to do that tonight. You know, he didn't get into major trouble, but he was able to notify that simply because he wasn't giving up. He wasn't getting deep into counts and putting himself in position to give those base on balls. So he had an awesome night. 92 pitches, like I said, 2.12 earned run average. If he didn't give up the 2-run home run and he would only just given up the 3 or 4 or 5 hits, he would have been under 2. His earned run average would have been under 2 going into his next start. But nonetheless, man, we're not mad at him, man. He did his job last night. It would have been nice for the offense to give him more run support. It came that close that, you know, this was a nail biter at the end, and we'll get to that in a moment. But, man, you know, I mean, overall, I think he located well. He got ahead on hitters. And there were times where he was just bulldogging. I love when a guy bulldogs when he knows he can bulldog and when he is feeling like he has control and command of his pitches. And that's exactly what he did last night. And not only that, is that he seemed like he was getting stronger as the game moved along. He was getting warmer. I mean, he was still chucking 95-mile-an-hour fastballs, 96-mile-an-hour fastballs in his last inning. In the 7th inning, he threw a couple fastballs in that 95, 96-mile-an-hour range. So he's still chucking away. He was feeling good. And when he felt that he needed to set, and I guess also it's just the crowd. It's a night game. The weather was fabulous. All that comes into play, man. You'd be really, really surprised. But again, overall, man, a big thumbs up, man. Kudos to Taijuan Walker getting his 6th win of the year. So he now goes to 6-2, and again, that earned run average at 2.12, which is absolutely fantastic for him. Seth Lugo came in, pitched the 8th, had 6 pitches only in the 8th. Then he went into a well of trouble in the 9th. His pitches were okay. He wasn't really all over the place. He just kind of started relying too much on his off-speed stuff. And sometimes you can't rely on that. You gotta get ahead with your good stuff, your primary pitches, your fastball. We know that he likes throwing that sinker, and we know that he likes throwing the curveball, which he's really good at. But nonetheless, he finished 2 innings pitched. He gave up no runs, which is obviously the most important thing. 2 hits, 1 base on ball, 3 Ks. He threw 37 pitches total. 31 of those were in the 9th inning because he only threw 6 in the 8th. But nonetheless, Lugo, fantastic. Overall, this pitching staff, just these 2 guys, 15 Ks. That, you just can't go wrong, man. You get 27 outs in a game, and these guys got 15 of them on strikeouts. So not a lot of balls were hit in play, and that's great when you got pitchers that dominant, because now your outfielders, your infielders don't have to do a whole lot that day. But when it gets hit to them, they got to make those plays. So fantastic outing for the pitching staff, man. Again, I think that was an A+ last night, considering the circumstances. Not getting enough runs is a killer, because the game came that close. It was a bit of a nail biter there at the end. But I think the pitching staff was fantastic. Again, I think the numbers just get lowered a little bit more there with Lugo not giving up any runs. So we're just going to continue to ride the ship with the pitching staff. The offense needs to definitely get some more run support. Offensively, we go to the offense as far as the team is concerned. Obviously, the player of the game is Pete Alonso. He went 1 for 3. He did have that big sac fly that got him the 3rd RBI of the game, and it obviously was the game winner. So Pete, all 3 raw RBIs were produced by Pistol Pete. So he is the top dog of the day. You got to give some props also. A good worthy mention to Jonathan VR. 2 for 4 last night. Every at-bat was a quality at-bat. I was impressed with how well he was able to stay in the plate and battle and get good quality swings in those 4 at-bats. So he went 2 for 4. He did get a double. And then, just overall, solid team. Even though the team only got 8 hits, every 7 out of the 9 would-be batters, or the 10 would-be batters with the pinch hitter, definitely put some balls in play. And we got 7 out of the 9 players got hits. So everybody in that lineup kind of contributed at least with a single last night. But nonetheless, man, a great performance by the pitching staff, and of course the offense was just enough to get through. Pete Alonso, obviously the stud of the game, man. So again, kudos to Pete. And we go defensively. Again, defense, like I said, with pitching, it goes a long way. But when you can make defensive plays, that is big too. What a heck of a play, man. I got 2 plays that I really enjoyed last night. Obviously, the play of the game defensively was the 8-4-2 put out at the plate at the top of the 9th inning. Lugo found himself in trouble. Mereznik was sent home by third base coach Willie Harris, which ended up being a bad call. Nonetheless, again, if it was me at third base and rounding my team to go and get a run that could possibly tie the game, I probably would have sent him 2. But nonetheless, there was a great relay, obviously, from center to Guillaume at 4 to the 4, and then over to McCann, who basically really just smothered up the ball well with the 2 hands and held it with both hands to place the tag on Mereznik coming home at the plate for the 8-4-2 putout. It also comes to be the boneheaded play of the game for not our beloved Mets, but the boneheaded play of the game for the Cubbies, with the boneheaded play decision of third base coach Willie Harris sending Mereznik in that play that obviously killed the rally and the opportunity for the Cubbies to tie the game. So again, great defense, again, makes plays, good solid pitching, good defensive play there, and that held that big play there, and the boneheaded decision by Willie Harris to send Mereznik helped us and propelled us to our 3-2 win last night. So again, man, kudos to the defense. Great relay and getting that out. There was another play in the game. Wasn't really significant, but to me, when I even being a baseball coach for youth baseball travel, I look at this. That is a big critical play. The Jonathan VR play in the top half of the 5th inning on the ground ball by Jock Peterson. Jock Peterson kind of slapped the ball the opposite way. They had to shift on him. He's primarily a pull hitter, but he was able to get one towards the second shortstop side between second and third, and VR was playing more of a tighter third. He was playing actually his position. He had to move over to his glove side, run down a ball, took 4 or 5 nice big strides, was able to hone down that ball, off balance and all, and throwing off his right foot, which is obviously the off balance and the wrong foot to throw with, was able to still get enough in that throw to get it over to first base and get Jock Peterson for the out. I thought that was a spectacular play. It definitely gets one of my, for me, that is a solid defensive play. And, when I talk about defense here on this channel, it's going to be about stuff like that. Also, that could have been a big difference maker, too. The game was, still pretty close. You got a base hit there. You never know what will happen in the next at-bat. So, again, you always got to look at, when you make plays like this, what is the significance of it down the line? Could have been possibly a big play. Yes, there is that probability that was probably a big play there because it might have started something for the Cubs that could have been bigger than what actually happened. So great defensive play, and that's what we're talking about. So man, that is pretty much it. That's where we at right now. Great win for our beloved New York Mets, man. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. I would love to interact with you guys. It's just a good quality win. Moving forward, we got the Degrominator going tomorrow. We got the Stroh Show on Thursday. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good right now on a possible sweep. What do you guys think? I really think that we have a great chance here to sweep the Cubs, give them serious payback here for the sweep that they put on us in Chicago about a month ago. I think this is going to be great for us. And like I said, moving forward, we got 17 games. I looked at the schedule before tonight's game. 17 games after the Cubbies against division opponents. We got Atlanta, Washington, and Philadelphia all bunched up, back-to-back games in their field, games in our field, 17 games. And we've done well with every one of those teams. It'll be awesome. Just imagine we sweep the Cubs and we go to 11 games over 500, and then we go out and we win, let's say 11 out of those 17, which is a nice high probability. Let's say we win 12. That's a 5-game difference there. 12-5 in a 17-game stretch against those division foes, and we right now already are up maybe almost 4 games on the second place team, which is Philadelphia. We're going to be in a good position to be possibly 6-7 games in front of Philly and Atlanta, maybe even more by the time those 17 games are done. So I'm very hopeful that we are going to be able to, this is going to be a big stretch run for us, an opportunity for us to really expand our lead and put ourselves really on track to have a super duper summer and possibly be in position to have a nice postseason run here, because if we can get that kind of a spread on those teams, 6-7 games or more, we're going to be way out in front. And that's going to put a lot of pressure on those teams. It's going to put pressure on us as well. But if we can continue to play the way we've been playing, solid defense, starting with pitching, and we can get all those healthy bodies back, and we can get that offense getting to the point where we're scoring 5, 6, 7 runs a game, because we are capable of it. We definitely have enough batters here and enough offense to be able to put 5 or 6 runs on a consistent basis. We're able to do that, and we continue to pitch the way we're pitching. I mean, it's going to be lights out. We should be 20, 25 games over 500 before the year is over. I really think it's going to be a really crazy year. So let's just hope for the best, man. Again, let me know your thoughts. We'll discuss that more as we go along, as we get ready to finish up with Chicago. We're going to do one game at a time. We got the Degrominator going tomorrow, and they're going up against someone that they've only faced one time. I don't think he even pitches a whole lot. So they're not facing anybody spectacular tomorrow. It should be very, very interesting. So again, man, like, comment, subscribe, and become a part of the family. Make sure you put on your post notifications. And with that, I'll see you guys on the next post-game show, man. Peace out.